Interview Project is an online documentary series that really stems from a very simple idea, which was basically just to drive around the United States and talk to people about their lives.
What is Interview Project? Interview Project is a road trip where people have been found and interviewed. People should watch Interview Project because they're going to meet hundreds of people. There was no plan really for Interview Project. The people who were interviewed, each was different. Interview Project is a 20,000-mile road trip over 70 days across and back the United States. The team found the people driving along the roads, going into bars, going into, different locations, and there they were. The people told their story. It's so fascinating to look and listen to people. What I hope people will get out of Interview Project is a chance to meet these people. It's something that's human, and you can't stay away from it.
How would I describe myself?
What were my dreams as a child?
What is the most important thing to me? How did I meet my wife?
Do I have any regrets?
What is my plans for the future?
What is this town like?
When did I first experience death?
What am I most proud of?
How would I like to be remembered?
With a small crew, we were on the road for 70 days, and we traveled about 20,000 miles. And at the end of our trip, we'd interviewed 121 people all over the United States. On June 1st of this year, we launched a website on davidlynch.com. This is another feature of our website where this interactive map updates as we launch new episodes of Interview Project, so you can kind of chart the route that we took around the United States. I'd like to introduce Chris Trela, who's going to come up and talk to us a little bit about putting Jason and myself in touch with Suzanne and everyone at the Digital Content Lab.
The story of my involvement with the project goes back about a year. My background in a nutshell is that I was an agent at ICM in New York. And at ICM, I had been involved with sponsorship and monetizing projects. And what I thought about as I watched the shorts, it reminded me a lot of what Dorothea Lange did in the 1930s with the Farm Services Administration. It also reminded me a lot of what Robert Frank did and what Richard Avedon did when they went across the country. And I started talking to brands and started talking to various companies that I was associated with. We met with Google, we met with Yahoo, we met with YouTube, we met with any video company online to talk about the project and how we might partner and bring it together. And unfortunately, the timing coincided with the Great Recession. And this happened. What were we going to do? And Suzanne said, I think the lab can help. And so we needed some assistance. And Suzanne said that the way that the lab works is we bring mentors in. We meet every week for 1 hour. We talk about the project. I have some great people in mind who are going to speak in a minute. And I think that we can really help your project. And so we're talking to sponsors. We've actually, some of the other things that are going on with the project now is we've been talking about doing it in foreign countries. So we've been talking to a partner in Germany about doing a German interview project, as well as a feature film based on it, as well as we've been talking to brands about getting involved with the project. I noticed right before I spoke that someone had tweeted, I'm really interested to find out how do they sponsor and monetize these projects. It's difficult. It's really difficult. It's about finding the right brand at the right time, and it's difficult as well because the traffic for these types of sites, sometimes it's not as high. You're not getting 1 million unique visitors a month as much as you'd like to, and that seems to be a threshold for most premium sponsors. So if you're talking to Burger King or Mountain Dew or Audi or whomever, they want to see a lot of traffic. They want to see a lot of people and eyeballs to the sites. And this was an unproven entity. It had never launched before. I was talking to brands prior to the launch of the site. But now that the site's up, there's been coverage in Entertainment Weekly and Newsweek, and the videos are fantastic. The comments have been great. The Facebook web page, the Facebook page has gotten over 11,000 fans. So it's growing. It's people like you that are going out and sharing this with their friends and finding it and saying, this is terrific, this is important, we should encourage more activity like this. A number of partners came on board, and the partners are Avatar Labs and Equal and Tube Filter, and they're going to tell you a little bit more about what they did and how we've been working together over the past 3 or 4 months to really bring the site to a much larger audience around the world.
So I'll tell you a little bit about our company, Equal. We are a social entertainment company, so our focus is on really doing two things: helping traditional entertainment properties and brands go digital, so building out the technology solutions and working on the creative components that really enable a brand that might be in a more static medium become one that can live in a more dynamic and interactive medium. We're a little bit different than most technology companies in that we come from a purely creative background initially. So we're the creators of Lonely Girl 15, Cape Modern, and Harper's Globe. And we've created a product that we call Umbrella. And Umbrella is really sort of a combination between a publishing platform, sort of like a WordPress, a social network like a Facebook or a MySpace, and forums and discussion, all rolled into one, and then integrated with the greater social web. So the purpose of it is to be really the perfect tool for people who want to produce and run an interactive experience online. So this kind of gives you a breakdown of the additional components that we added to the Interview Project website. We added a blog section to the site that is actually a lot more than a blog. So as you can see here, the 3 fundamental components of it are the posts, which are part of this sort of blog, the profile pages, so every user who joins the site has a profile page, and then the forums and discussion. The other thing that's kind of cool and something that Austin and the team were looking for was integrating with large social sites like Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, etc. So with Umbrella, what we were able to do is we can connect to those services natively as part of the software. So basically, what that means is when you make a post from the Interview Project website, it automatically goes out to Facebook, it automatically goes out to Twitter, and then you can bring all your videos in from YouTube and then publish them out to your audiences everywhere. And over time, we're going to add more and more services to that. So that's what we did with Interview Project. We're really, really excited about it. I think it's a fantastic showcase of what we do on the technology side and on the creative side as well, and I think they're doing an awesome job taking advantage of the platform. Thank you.
Hi there, my name's Erik Gillberg. Avatar Labs is a digital agency. For us, that means a focus on rich ads, websites, games, and social media experiences for the web and mobile. The other team members have done more of the heavy lifting up to this point, but Suzanne thought there might be some value in talking about some of the strategies and philosophies that came up in our meetings over the last few weeks. Some of our discussion was about how content creators are learning to embrace the idea of two-way communication. Creators obviously can't have a one-to-one communication with all their fans, but what we see with these social platforms, like we just heard from Equal, is that it gives the producers and content creators the opportunity to establish and facilitate many-to-many communication. Creators need to master these tools and may have to mix and match a little bit to accomplish their goals. It's up to creators to find what they need to accomplish their goals. So along those lines, if a traditional production allows 25 to 30% of its budget for marketing, it follows that content creators who don't necessarily have that budget might want to spend 25 to 30% of their time, the overall time of their project, on nurturing this conversation. Good conversations happen between sincere people who are passionate about a topic and who are good at listening. We discussed using a contest to do this because it's a great way to open up the opportunity for the community to actively participate.
Has anyone here heard of TubeFilter? All right, great. Well, we're not a development company. We're not a dev shop. We're actually a media company. So the story of how we got involved in this is a little interesting. At TubeFilter, what we did was essentially our mission is to evangelize and grow the independent and studio-produced original content that exists online. And the way we've done that was through three properties that we have. TubeFilter News, which is most of you are probably most familiar with. We actually covered the interview project in May, a few weeks before it came out. We helped break the story. We also have the on-fronts, which occur in New York, which help get some of this independent content in front of advertisers. And then also the Streaming Awards, which is what's really relevant about today's presentation, which was we created a contest for the Audience Choice Award in which we opened up submissions of all the web series of 2008 for consideration. We were able to receive 100,000 unique submissions that we integrated into a voting application where audiences could vote on their favorite series up into moments before the winner was announced. Actually, Lisa walked on the stage, in seconds before she walked on the stage, we tabulated the winner, and then she presented the winner. So we created this application, which was we also had a mobile component. So when I got a call from Suzanne, she said, I'm working on this really great project. We want to know who did your voting application. And this, in the scrappy style of the web, we said, well, we developed it in-house. At the core of the interview project is this beautiful simplicity, right? When we were looking at these videos, I wanted to go out there and do my own version of this. And essentially that's what Austin and the team came to us about was how can we leverage this incredible creative community online and have them be a part of this interview project. We wanted to create a call to action video, which is yet to be released, that will invite you and everyone else at large to do their own interview project and submit for consideration to be featured on the site. And the way we did that is basically the top videos that are being voted upon will rise to the top, but everyone will have a chance to promote their own video and also comment and react to the others. That's the way we'll separate the best videos that are going to best capture the mission of the interview project, and that would be integrated into the umbrella program. That's basically what we're doing. So we're very excited. Stay tuned for the launch of the program. And I also wanted to congratulate again the interview project on just a fantastic and brilliant idea. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what we as a community also produce as well.